Pat here, back with another tip of the week. We're going to continue talking about developing power so we can get some of that carryover from our strength onto the golf course. As we talked about in the last tip of the week, it's really important that we work on our explosiveness or our rate of force development. So we have that underlying strength. We need to be able to move objects as quick as we can so we can have some carryover to when we have the driver and the iron in our hands. One really good way for us to work on some rotational power is to throw some medicine balls around. So we're going to work on some rotational medicine ball tosses into the wall. I want you to really focus on as you're going through this. We don't need too heavy of a ball. I'm just going to show it with the 4-pound ball today. We usually do between 4 and 6 pounds with our rotational tosses here at Toro Physio because we want to make sure that we're moving it fast and explosive. If you don't have access to a medicine ball, you don't have access to a wall to throw it against, I'll show you a few different variations that we can work on rotational power, but give these a try. Alright, so you'll notice as I do this rotation toss, my intent stays as high as possible. So I'm going to try to throw this medicine ball as hard as I can into the wall so we can work on being explosive and fast and work on that rate of force development that we were talking about. Using the ground, really pressing through, and really letting it rip into the wall. If you don't have access to a wall or a medicine ball, you can always use a band. Make sure you pick something that has some resistance but not too heavy so you can still move fast and we can keep that intent very high. If you do have access to a Kaiser, it's better to do that wide stance rotation there. Reason being is we can manage the amount of resistance and we can also pay attention to the peak power that we can get on each rotation so we can keep that intent as high as possible.